Last race of the Top Flight Computers National Series Regional Championship is going to be here at Thompson Speedway Motorsports Park. Points going into this, Jason Anderson's just 14 points back. He needs a stellar night to gather up all those bonus points, finish first, to have a chance to win this thing. Jeff Ward's looking real strong here in practice, so it's going to be a real tall order. Jason Anderson had a lot of setbacks here in the last couple races, hardware issues, software issues, so we'll see if he can get it done tonight. The national points, though, Jason Anderson 28 points back. The big thing here, though, is Jason Taylor and Sonny Thompson starting to reel in those top guys. They're going to make their way around to Ryan Washaleski and Ty Morosco in points here coming up, pretty much due to the fact that they've been at school or busy doing other stuff, so not able to make those races. Tonight, starting shotgun on the field is going to be Jason Anderson. Little struggles in qualifying. He's going to start tail into this thing in the fourth row by himself, but we'll see. He's planning on making some changes during the race, and we'll see how that does for him. Row 3 is going to be Brian McCrae out of Austin, Texas, and Sonny Thompson in the number 4 out of Statesville, North Carolina. Row 2 is going to be Dakota Bennick out of Michigan and Jason Taylor out of Mooresville, North Carolina. Both Sonny Thompson and Jason Taylor coming back from wins in this series here shortly, so they should be strong here tonight. And your front row is going to be Jeff Shrewsbury out of Mooresville, North Carolina in the 22, and of course Jeff Ward out of Kentucky has won the pole once again, racking up the most poles so far in this series. They're going to be starting from the front. Earlier, but we'll see what he can put together in this race. Pace car is off, waiting on the green flag. Green flag drops. They go up through the gears into turn 1. Jeff Shrewsbury is looking real strong up there on the high side already. Carries a lot of that momentum. He's going to go ahead and take the lead early in this race. Jeff Ward tucking in behind him there. Oh, but Shrewsbury all the way up to the wall. Looks like he kind of overshot that turn. That puts him back door to door with the 9 of Jeff Ward. Shrewsbury in the 22. They're still committed to that high side. Working for him in 1 and 2. Let's see if he can get through 3 and 4 with it. Yeah, it keeps it off of the wall. Keeps it in that new pavement down there. Gives him some extra grip. See, it sounds like we already got some beating and banging going on in the back here. Real tight field here. All 7 cars pretty much in a line here, but not anyone really getting away as the 9 is still battling with that 22. Jeff Shrewsbury working hard early here to keep that 9 at bay, but those two are kind of bottling the field up. We got Jason Taylor, who's been running real fast here lately. He's looking to get around the outside of the 9 of Jeff Ward now. So the battle for second is starting to heat up here. As he's going to get it, that's going to shuffle Jeff Ward back to 4th, actually. Sonny Thompson up to 3rd. We've been seeing big strides out of Sonny Thompson's program here. Ooh, and Dakota Bennick is up in the wall here. We're going to keep an eye there. He's got a lot of heavy damage that time around. As always, shouldn't be too big of an effect on a short track here, but if he damages the wheel, the tire at all, that's definitely going to be affecting him here. Jeff Ward had the fastest lap last lap. And then Jeff Shrewsbury goes and takes that fast lap right back away. But now he's under defense from Sonny Thompson. Sonny Thompson looking under him. Jason Taylor's still there in third, still waiting to break into that. Got the battle for the lead off of Jason Taylor's hood here. You see Sonny Thompson controlling that bottom. Shrewsbury getting into him a little bit there on the exit. Got to keep him pinned down. Doesn't need him getting any momentum off the turn. He's going to be able to roll it faster on the bottom there. But he's also using those tires. That's something to take into account there. He's using that right front up the lower he goes on that turn. You see him. He's going to try to get a run off the top now. He knows Shrewsbury's not going to let him. And that was Brian McRae who took it through the grass here off of turn 4. No damage for Brian McRae. He's back on the track. But that is going to shuffle him all the way to the back. He's got a lot of ground to make up. The good thing is we got pit stops required in this race. It's 100 laps, but you're going to need to pit at least once for fuel to finish it. Back up front, Sonny Thompson still putting pressure on Jeff Shrewsbury here. Sonny Thompson already got some damage on the nose and the right front there. Using that car up, but it doesn't look like it's slowing him down any. That's what I was talking about with Dakota Bennick earlier. As long as he doesn't have any mechanical damage, the body damage shouldn't be a huge effect here. Jason Anderson way up top there. Could be a little out of shape. They've been having to chase setups around, been having hardware issues. That's stuff they really want to get lined out. This race being the finale of the North Regional Championship here. This is going to settle it, and it's looking like Jeff Ward's going to have this locked up unless Jeff Ward doesn't finish and Jason Anderson's able to win it. Could be a far cry here as he's already starting. Jason Anderson's getting snappy loose there, so the points battle is pretty much all in the favor of Jeff Ward now. As long as he's finishing this race with a solid run. Sonny Thompson in that number 4, sticking with the number 4 after he got a race win, having some fun with it. He's been playing musical numbers here in the series, but finally found one he likes, so he's going to be running that. Chasing down the 22 of Jeff Shrewsbury. And of course, Jason Taylor isn't letting Sonny get anywhere. Doing a real good roll in the bottom here on these short tracks. Jeff Ward looking to get back into the fight. He's going to be taking a lower line underneath Jason Taylor. Top 4 cars still in line, packed in together there. Looks like everyone's kind of set to ride and right now as the race is going on here. A lot of different lines in loose. We got a high arc, late apex. Seems to be doing real good. We got guys rolling the bottom. Guys are definitely changing it up. They're running different lines through 1 and 2, and then as opposed to 3 and 4. Could be a little differently shaped of a track. Well, whatever they're doing is definitely working for Sonny Thompson and Jeff Shrewsbury, as they're starting to kind of pull off from the rest of the pack. Jeff Ward was able to get around Jason Taylor here, but he's got quite a few car lengths to make it back up to Sonny Thompson. Battle for second started heating up. Jeff Ward was able to close in on Sonny here. He's really catching him on entry. He's driving it in a lot deeper than what Sonny's able to. That puts him right on the bumper on exit. Now he's just going to have to plan this next attack here. How is he going to get around him? You really want to make a pass that's going to set you up for a quick pass on the lead. Especially with tires getting the way they are. They're not going to be able to start changing, this tire wear. They're not going to be able to change lanes as quickly as they can on fresh ones. So if you can set this up for a pass that'll put you in a good position to take the lead, you can kind of get a 1-2 punch out of this deal. If Jeff Ward's able to roll the bottom as fast as I think he is. Well, as the series goes on, it looks like everyone except Jason Anderson has been moving to the Monte Carlos for this short track national tour, sponsored by Top Flight Computers. Of course, Monte Carlos handled better on the short tracks. That's kind of what the general consensus is. You get a little bit, you seem to get a little bit more power out of the Fords, but they just don't handle. They're not as planted and balanced as well as the Chevrolets. So we've seen a lot of guys start migrating their way to the Chevys. And Jason Anderson remaining the lone Ford Ranger out here, but that might be going away here if he keeps having these issues. Not the run he was looking for today. He was in the points battle from the North Regional, but with the bad finish of last week and not looking too hot today, that's probably not going to be the case. Jeff Ward wasn't able to make it around Sonny Thompson here. Sonny Thompson still in second, still putting heat on the leader, Jeff Shrewsbury. Jeff Ward seems to be getting pressure now from the 51. Probably ate up all of the good that he had on those tires, making it around the 51 of Jason Taylor. With the closest battle we have right now, it is for the lead. Sonny Thompson still putting pressure on Jeff Shrewsbury, making him watch that mirror, not make a mistake here. You can see the suspension hop as they hit that bump in 3 and 4. A lot of character to this track. It, like we said at the beginning here, it is a very old track. A lot of years raced here. You can see there that bump is what kind of threw Jeff Shrewsbury up to that whole next groove there in the track. So a real treacherous 3 and 4 we got there. It's probably why the lines are so different. As we click off lap 38 of 100 here at the Top Flight Computers National Series North Regional Finale at Thompson Motor Speedway. Jeff Shrewsbury running first, Sonny Thompson second, Jeff Ward third, Jason Taylor fourth, Jason Anderson fifth, Brian McRae sixth, and Dakota Bennick seventh. As we've seen Brian McRae start working his way back up through the field. Got around Dakota Bennick here. Had an early spin in the race. Took him through the grass. No damage, no nothing. Just kind of lost that track position. And he's been gaining it back up and gaining on Jason Anderson here. Looks like that car's getting tighter and tighter. He's losing speed pretty much each lap now. So look for him to be pitting soon here. Dakota Bennick out of shape into the wall. And he's going to be the first car going to lap down here soon. As the leaders start working their way around him. I think Shrewsbury just kind of likes hitting that bump in the turn. Maybe it sets his car up just the way he likes it. He's definitely got speed here. Doesn't seem to be bothering him, even though you see that car hop and slide up an entire groove. But hey, if that's his line, that's what he likes, and it's working for him. I wouldn't change it either. See, there's the car unloads and usually slides up a whole nother groove, but that time he kept it pinned on the bottom. Lap 44, Dakota Bennick is in the pits here. So look for him to be starting off this pit window. So he's going to get all 4 tires filled up with gas and get back after it. Jason Anderson, there's the pit window. Jason Anderson short pitting, hoping to make a change here. Crew chief says they're going to be adding a pound of air to the right rear. Hoping to loosen that car up, but he's going to be taking a 4-tire change here at lap 45, just before halfway. It's a little bit of that damage pulled back out. I believe he ended up getting into the wall a little bit there. A little scuff there. Alright, so with fresh tires, let's see what Jason Anderson's able to do here. See if he's able to put a faster time up on the board. Get some speed together. They made that air change adjustment in that right rear to loosen it up, get it to rotate better. We'll see if that helps him out any. Certainly does that first lap out. Quite a bit. Oh, maybe a little too loose. We saw him have to gather it back up there. Not used to that. 1 pound makes a big difference in these cars. And you saw it right there, but you also see that lap time. and how fast he is compared to everyone else. He just goes to the bottom of the 51. So this could be a race saver. Definitely a shot out there. Let's see what he can do with it. Brian McRae now in the pits. He's following that lead. Not sure if he's got any adjustments. Don't think so. I think this is just a 4-tire fuel stop. Jason Taylor just noticed that he got blown past, so he's coming in on lap 50, the exact halfway mark. As Jeff Shrewsbury, Sonny Thompson, Jeff Ward still out, still far. Still clicking off those race laps. Yeah, that's going to be a 4-tire stop here. Race leader coming in. Jeff Shrewsbury. He's led every lap of the race here. So definitely don't foresee him making any adjustments. This is just going to be 4 tires and fuel. Jeff Ward now rolling in. That's going to leave, it's going to hand the lead over to Sonny Thompson. And we'll see what strategy he ends up rolling with. As he doesn't stay out much longer. Sonny Thompson coming into the pit. That'll be everyone. So everyone's running about 21 O's with fresh tires. Except for Jason Taylor. He busts off a 20 flat. Or 20.8. Sub 21s though, along with Jeff Shrewsbury. So these guys are really starting to get comfortable in these cars. These guys are really starting to bang out more speed. This race is just about to get a little bit faster, but Sonny Thompson still has that lead. That was only a 2-tire stop for Sonny, so that's what gave him the track position. But we're going to have to keep an eye on him, see if he can keep the handling under that car. Sonny Thompson leading on lap 56. Jeff Shrewsbury in second. Jeff Ward third, Jason Taylor fourth, Brian McRae fifth, Jason Anderson sixth, and Dakota Bennick in seventh. And a spin by Sonny Thompson. And I think that's going to bring out a caution, maybe. And we will be back right after these words from Dr. Squatch.
Listen up, the soap you shower with, it's you probably haven't even questioned what bar soap you lather up with. Let's face it, most guys don't. They're still using whatever bar their mommy bought for her little man. Is that what you want? To smell like mama's little man? Ugh. But now you can upgrade your shower game with Dr. Squatch Natural Soap. I'm talking about natural, nourishing, cold-pressed hand-cut soap for men. Men who use their hands. Men who build things. Men who open the pickle jar on the first try. Men who catch foul balls without spilling their beer. You won't just smell good either. Your skin will be healthier and more nourished. Dare I say, soft. Oh, men aren't supposed to have soft skin? Yeah? Well, men weren't supposed to cry during movies. And then they made the movie Rudy. He's so little. You want to smell like the forest? Boom, pine tar, we've got you. You want to smell like the sea? Boom, nautical sage, we've got you. You want to smell like you just got off a boat in the Caribbean? Boom, bay rum, we've got you. And with 6 more cents, we've got you covered no matter what kind of man you are.
lights off on the pace car. We're getting ready to go back racing here. Front row's gonna be, this is gonna look a lot like the start of the race. Jeff Shrewsbury, Jeff Ward on the first row. Jason Taylor, Brian McRae, row 2. Sonny Thompson, Dakota Bennick, row 4. Row 4. Pace car pulls off. And Shrewsbury's going to go up to the gears quick. Snatch up that first position before they get into turn 1. The race here in Cesra always begins on the green flag. Restarts are on the leader as soon as the pace car pulls off. Gives that advantage back to the leader. He's going to end up going around here. That's going to bring that caution right back out. Hard to tell if that was a little loose action from Jeff Shrewsbury, a nose from Jeff Ward, or a little bit of both there. But both of them are going to end up falling back here. I think that caution came out before anyone got in front of them, though. We'll have to see how this how the scoring works out. Looks like the scoring still having issues trying to catch up with all this here. So for right now, that's going to put Jason Taylor up front. This is going to be a single file restart, I believe, with it being a concurrent. Uh-oh, Jeff Shrewsbury is going to go into the pits here. That's going to be a penalty. Yep, definitely going to be a penalty. Was not aware of the rule, I believe, for not pitting under caution. Mandatory green flag pit stops only, so he's going to end up forfeiting any finishing position here. He'll definitely want to learn and know that rule before going into the South Regional Championship. Jason Taylor, your race leader. Brian McRae second. Jason Anderson third. That worked out pretty well for him that time around. We are back racing. Like I said, a green flag came out with the car's single file due to back-to-back restarts. And we are 3 wide in the back already as Sonny Thompson's trying to get around Brian McRae and Jason Anderson here. And Sonny Thompson's going to end up going around. That's going to put him in the grass. And there was definitely some contact there between Jason Anderson and the 4. I think that was an issue of him not knowing how fast he was there, or maybe the 4, Sonny Thompson, slowing down more than he was expecting. Whatever the case there, that ended up spinning the 4 around and losing that track position. So restarts really leading to more restarts here. Cautions breed cautions. Jason Taylor sitting pretty though. That's going to make sure he still has the lead. Only thing is these caution laps don't count. So he's not able to get any closer to the end of the race in the lead. He's just kind of paused here. But he's got a super fast car. I don't think Brian McRae has anything for him. But Jeff Shrewsbury could already be up to 4th. We see him right there. He's got a hell of a car today. Jeff Ward's real fast as always. And Sonny Thompson, who's now in the back, we saw him get loose. He only changed right side tires. That kind of got his car loose. And this last time he had some help with it though, but he's got a real fast car. We've seen him in 2nd all day so far. I think he's going to make some short work out of most of this field and work his way back up though. Lights off on the pace car as we're getting ready to go back. A lap was completed, so I think this is going to be, yep, it's going to be a double file restart here. Just going to pack that field up. Let's get ready for some action. Jason Taylor gets to choose that starting point. He chooses it right as the field gets out of turn 4. Gets a huge jump. He's about 4 car lengths on the field. That's going to be Jeff Shrewsbury, who carved his way through that field real quick. And Jeff Ward making a big jump. He's already up to 3rd. Sonny Thompson, who has had a fast car, isn't able to get through that field as fast. As the 22 and 9 start to put pressure on Jason Taylor here. 22's got those fresh illegal tires though, so his position isn't really going to matter. He's going to be real upset when he figures that out. Jason Taylor doing a real good job holding him off though, holding off those charges. And we have another caution out. I believe that was Dakota Bennick. Got some more damage after getting into the wall there. And Jeff Shrewsbury's already kind of screwed the pooch on that one, so he might as well go in there and keep changing tires. This is he's just racing for his pride now. Everything else is kind of out of the window. Not even sure if he realizes that or not. You know, if you're the only one doing something, you're probably doing it wrong. So, unfortunately, he doesn't have a crew chief or anyone to help him out to wave him off and let him know he shouldn't be doing that. So we're going to get another restart out of this. Lap 63. As you see there on the ticker, the caution laps don't count. Race has to finish 100 green flag laps. And you're supposed to only pit under green. Jeff Shrewsbury either doesn't know or has opted not to follow that rule. And thus, no matter where he finishes tonight, will be scored last. But look for him to be a rocket ship on this restart here with fresh tires. Everyone else kind of used up. Lights off on the pace car. We're getting ready to go back at it. Jason Taylor trying to defend that lead to Jeff Ward. Jeff Ward wanting to get back up there. Jason Anderson, Sonny Thompson going to be in row 2. Brian McCrane to go to Bennett, row 3. Another huge jump from Jason Taylor. He's really got these restarts dialed in. Jeff Ward leading the pack, the hungry pack of wolves after him, though. So we see him using that higher line again. We saw that being a factor at the beginning of the race. Now it's coming back in. Shrewsbury, of course, they were running on the bottom. He got the fresh tires. He's able to do it. Sonny Thompson's got his way around the other cars there. He can start battling with these faster guys. The 9 looking every which way around the 51 of Jason Taylor, though. They're going to have to be smart and let that 22 by. But the 51 isn't making it easy for him. Probably going to conceive it, but that finishing position points wise isn't going to matter. It's all going to come down to who is going to be behind Jeff Shrewsbury. Looking at this points battle between Jason Taylor and Jeff Ward right now. Not so much on championship points for the regional. Jason Taylor wasn't able to make 2 of these races. That kind of put him out of contention. So he's definitely racing for a win here today. As long as Jeff Ward finishes this race, he's got the North Regional Championship locked up from Jason Anderson, who's just, I want to say 7 points behind. Sonny Thompson here, holding strong in 4th place. Got the car a little beat and banged up. I don't think it's handling the same way it was before with only changing the right side tires. He got that early track position, ended up spinning out from it getting loose. And so that did not help him in the long run whatsoever, but you know, that's usually Sonny's play here, is to take right sides, get that track position. It's worked for him before, but this isn't one of those times there. Jason Taylor trying to battle against Jeff Ward, still using that high line, but I think it's gonna seal the deal. Maybe not this lap, but the next one. But he does. Jeff Ward gets it. That's technically gonna be the lead for Jeff Ward, as Jeff Shrewsbury has pitted under caution, and that's going to forfeit his position. Lap 76 clicked off, the short lap Short track laps burning off quick. Jeff Ward now really starting to stretch out over Jason Taylor, who might have burned up those tires he's got because Sonny Thompson's now in the picture giving him pressure. Look for that Ford to be making his way around. Brian McKay's falling back. Could have had another issue. No damage on the car. Possibly another spin out. Maybe he's got a little too loose for what he's wanting there. Jason Anderson, his car got real tight again. They made that air pressure change, but it seems like it wasn't enough. Some other options they got in the pits there besides changing tire pressures is to adjust the spoiler. You can take a hammer out there and tap that. That's actually what they did in '87. Took a hammer and we kind of tapped that spoiler back about 10 degrees or so, or knock it the other way. And that definitely would have loosened it up. Would have been a big change, but looks like it needed a little bit more for long run speed than 1 pound in the right rear. Shrewsbury and Cumberly running up in first. Jeff Ward currently second. He's got 3 seconds on Sonny Thompson, who has made it around Jason Taylor, who's running fourth. Jason Anderson 5th, Dakota Bennick 6th, and Brian McRae 7th, as he's trying to gather it back up and get after the field here. A win is what Jeff Ward's looking for here. He's kind of been up and down all over the field. But this is the last race of the North Regional. Starting next week, we go into a double feature at Lanier and Richmond, and that's how we're going to kick off the South Regional. So points reset for that, for the regional series. The National Series, Jeff Ward is greatly in the lead in points. Pretty much got it locked up here. Had a real good season, doing a real good job. From the beginning, this is the longest season Cesar's ever put on. I think it's about 30 races, maybe, or so. We'll have to total it all up for you, get you that facts last time. But as iRacing keeps adding short tracks, we keep adding more on there. So we'll have to see how it goes. Sonny Thompson starting to stretch those legs out and get away from Jason Taylor. He's about 3 car lengths ahead of Jason Taylor there. Actually, he's starting to pull half a straightaway on him now. So, big fall off there from Jason Taylor. As we're starting to get down to the last 10 laps here soon. These cars are beaten and battered and losing grip all over the place. This is the endurance portion of the race here. These last 10 laps, it's about getting that car to the end. The bias ply tires have worn out completely. You've definitely taken a few shots to the car. 2 shots to the suspension there, the mechanical parts. That's going to be hard to steer, hard to turn. The car's already tight as it is. So all out of shape. These last 10 laps, you're doing everything you can to keep that thing rotating while defending your position. This is the hardest up on the wheel driver moment, is the end of this thing. So we see Jeff Ward starting to creep into that lap traffic there. As he's actually running the encumbered leader down, Jeff Shrewsbury's starting to fall off there. Jeff Ward's starting to catch him up on those old tires. Come up on 7 laps to go. He might be able to win this thing fair and square. Oh, there goes Jason Anderson. Gets super tight again. We said that that 1 pound in the right rear that they added wasn't enough. As he's getting really tight. It looks like he's got a flat tire even. As we see him there, yeah, that tire, that right front is Dunsky. You can see the tread there that it's leaving as it gets drugged through the turn. That thing is not holding air anymore. Completely used up. He's getting no side bite out of that thing. Jeff Shrewsbury with an issue here. We see him slowing down greatly into pit lane. He's got an issue. 5 laps to go. The encumbered leader. Maybe he realized, maybe he was informed either that he was done with the race, or maybe something else. I was going to put Jeff Ward up front, Sonny Thompson second. With 4 laps to go, coming around to 3 to go now. Jason Taylor third, Dakota Bennett fourth. Good turnaround for Dakota Bennett. Brian McRae fifth. Jason Anderson sixth now, with Jeff Shrewsbury moved to last place. He is back out on track, but laps down and loose, real loose. This race just went from bad to worse. So he's going to whip it back around. Possibly a caution here, giving us a last lap shootout. Hopefully that wouldn't be the case. That's not what Jeff Ward's wanting here. Two laps to go. Jeff Ward out front. Sonny Thompson not going to be able to... Oh, hard impact from Jason Anderson. That car's got tight AF. Bounced it off the wall there. Ended up getting into the 51, actually. And he's going to limp this thing around for one more lap, but that right front is completely gone. Jeff Ward, the race leader, is going to take the white flag one more time around. No one can even get him as long as he survives. Ooh, he takes a lick off the wall also. His right front is trash. All he's got to do is make it through this turn. He does. He can limp it across the line. Jeff Ward, your winner at Thompson Motor Speedway. Winner of the North Regional Championship. Sonny Thompson second, Jeff Ward third, Brian McRae fourth, Jason Anderson fifth. Jeff Shrewsbury is going to finish sixth, but that's going to be encumbered. He's going to finish seventh, so Dakota Bennett will be scored sixth. And Jeff Ward comes back from all of his trips to get the win here at Thompson.
coolant. Oh. Amps it right out. We'll add the bucket. See how long it takes to wear through the coating.